Hey, what is up guys? My name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and in today's video, I want to give you guys 2 or 3 little tips that has drastically increased not only my customer retention, but my customer acquisition. And here's a little insight on this whole process because I'm going to give you guys the secret sauce. I want to kind of challenge you a little bit. In this video, everything I'm going to tell you has nothing to do with digital media or marketing. So stay tuned. I mentioned in this video that I'm gonna give you guys 2 or 3 little ways, little kind of secret sauce, little tidbits of information that you're never gonna find in sales training. You're literally never gonna find on the internet, maybe with the exception of a couple influencers. And it's kind of mind-blowing because nobody ever talked about this when I was in sales training. Now, I know this sounds super crazy, and you're probably wondering, Harrison, what could you possibly be teaching us? Well, the first thing I want to tell you guys is you have to care. I know it sounds kind of silly, and I'm sorry that it sounds so silly. But when you actually care about your customers, I mean you care about who they are, what they do in their free time, what they're doing when they're at work, what's challenging them on a day-to-day basis, and you simply ask the question of, how's everything? How is your wife and kids? Things like that make a tremendous impact on how you're gonna make sales. The reason why, and this goes for either new customers, potential new customers, or existing customers, it shows a couple things. One, it shows that you're not just a business person looking to take their money. It shows that you actually care about who they are and who they are as people. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. If you want a customer to stick around with you, and everybody that is watching this video has a customer that's going to be with them for a certain amount of time. It's very rare to find customers that stick with you for the lifetime of your business. It just doesn't happen. Things change, they move, they go somewhere else, they're testing other people's products, things like that. Things are always happening, and that's just the nature of the beast. So how do you get around that? It's simply by showing that it cares. During this whole coronavirus thing, there's been a ton of different things that have happened. And unfortunately for a lot of people, their business has actually slowed down. Mine, on the other hand, has actually grown this whole time. Maybe it wasn't at the rate that I was expecting it to grow, but nonetheless, I'm still signing on new accounts on a regular basis. And here's why. I simply care about who they are as people. I ask about their wife, I ask about their kids, I ask about their husbands, I see how everything's going, I ask them what their challenges are on a day-to-day basis, and maybe I don't have all the answers to solve all of their problems, but at least I can do my best to point them in the right direction. Tip number 2 to increase customer retention. Check in on your customers. I cannot tell you how often that the CEO or the executive level never checks in with their customers to see how things are going. This was a huge problem at one of my old companies that I worked with because never did the CEO or the executives reach out to the customers that were having issues. They always delegated the manager to it, which is normal protocol for them to do that. But the problem with that is it separates the CEO from the customers, and normally I'd say that's a good thing. But when you're in a small mom and pop business, 15, 20, 30 employees, that stuff really matters. Calling to check in, has everything, has service, how are my employees doing, how is your experience? Jeff Bezos was addicted to figuring out the best customer experience possible. Ironically enough, he's a billionaire. Do those 2 things correlate? Probably. Same thing with companies like Apple, same thing with companies like Google, right? Doesn't necessarily matter who the business owner or who the CEO is, but when you're obsessed with the customer experience, that's super important. That is going to drastically increase customer longevity over a period of time. So do yourself a favor. If you're a business owner, you're watching this, heck, if you're even a salesperson and you closed that person weeks and months ago and you hand it off to somebody else, do your due diligence. It doesn't have to just be the business owner. If you're the guy that signed them on, check in. Hey, how's everything going? Do you like our services? What could be done better? What could be done worse? These are all really important questions to ask that are going to make your customers go from just a customer to a raving fan. It shows that you actually care. Realize how the whole thing keeps circling around cares? Because when you share with your customers that you actually care, you ask about their husband, you ask about their wife, you ask about their kids, you ask about the business, you're showing that you care, you're asking them how the experience was because you show that you care. It pays off in heaps and bounds over periods of time. Even though I run a digital marketing agency and I do get a lot of leads online, a large portion of my leads actually come from referrals because I do a really good job at making sure I ask and care about those people. My customers aren't always my friends and I don't always see them on a regular basis, but I do check in on them because I really do care about them. Even though I haven't met their whole family, I still want to make sure things are good at home, because if things aren't good at home, maybe the wife is getting angry about a landscaper. Well, maybe that's a lead I can give to my landscaping friend, right? Maybe the wife is angry because the lights won't work. Maybe it's a lead that I can give to my electrical friend. These are all super important things to consider when it comes to actually caring about somebody, right? Think about what you would want somebody to do for you and do that for other people. Tip number 3 is a little bit of a secret sauce. Follow people on social media. I know it sounds absurd, but if you want to grow your business, follow your customers on social media. I can almost promise you every single customer has some level of Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, at this point, TikTok, or combination of those. Follow them on social media. Like, comment, engage on those people. The reason why is they're going to constantly be seeing your stuff. Also, it feeds back into the other two. If you care about that person, you follow them on social media. If their kid wins a hockey tournament, comment, congratulations. Their kid starts a YouTube video, congratulations, can't wait to follow it, right? It's a follow, it's a subscribe. It doesn't take any extra effort. You got to type in their name and hit a little button. That person is going to light up like a Christmas tree when you give that little bit extra. Family time. Hey, look at the garden. Like, people like to share what they've done, what they've accomplished. Why not comment on it? Why not engage with it? Be like, this is incredible, great job, never knew you had a green thumb. Things like that. That will go so far in your customers' eyes where maybe picking up the phone isn't your thing to call somebody, but engaging with them online is. And you can comment and engage and message people like that. And the cool part is when you're doing it on social media and you might not have time during the day, you can do it at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning when maybe you're active, or at the crack of dawn when you're active, because that's when you have free time. Same principle applies. Do it, go on social media, engage with your ideal customers and your existing customers, because that is where it shows that you care. That is where they can start to see your own stuff, and you can make somebody's day by simply commenting on a picture. Alrighty guys, my name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Now, I hope this video helps. I really do. If it did, leave a comment down below on what you found valuable or what you're going to start doing to grow your business. I hope this was helpful. Like, subscribe, comment on it. I'll see you guys later.